All right, we are up and running. Oh, let me switch over to my other mic. Okay, let's see how that is. Maybe a little loud. There we go. A little quieter. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we are up and running. Welcome to the Anarchy Trading live London session. And had a couple breaks last week. It was Thanksgiving, so American Thanksgiving, and so I traded for a short amount of time. Probably shouldn't have because I ended up losing those trades. But we are back, and hopefully we've been up and down with this phase 2 account here that we're trying to pass. So we've been up 2% almost on the account twice, only to then go back down. It's been some rough trading from what I've heard, especially for our style coin, which is kind of like a breakout. I've heard a lot of people say that the breakout strategy has not been working very well recently. So I may be starting to play with some different strategies moving forward, kind of looking how I can have maybe a consolidation strategy as well when the market isn't moving really well. But again, I don't really know yet. So gonna have to see how things go over the next couple weeks here and into the new year. So I'm probably only be trading to the middle of December and then take a couple weeks off just because the markets are notoriously not very predictable and there's not a lot of volume. So I'm probably going to trade here for a couple more weeks, and then after that we will be, maybe I'll just be, paper trading, back testing, and maybe working on another strategy to really see if we can work on improving the trading that we're currently doing. So let's first of all, news today, new home sales today at 10 p.m. USD. 6 p.m. we've got some little, yellow folder for pound, but other than that, no news. So that's good to know. So no news today, so we'll be fine there. Markets, hopefully, we'll see what they do because essentially it's been a holiday last week for the US. So markets could be a bit crazy, but I wouldn't expect them to be crazy until the US opens. So we should be fine here for London. Just to give you some full transparency, yeah, we're down 2.38% on this phase 2 account. It's been a roller coaster. So I can show you here. We were up, down. Had a great week, and then just 3 horrible days of trading. So let's see where we can get. My win rate, as I said, has been really awful. Average win 46, so 1.5, so we're fine there. Everything's fine except just our win rate's been awful. Market's been consolidating. Probably some times where I shouldn't have been trading and I did. So really trying to work on identifying that. But yeah, it's just been November's been rough for me. We've had some good times of it. So, but just overall, down almost 3% for this month. So who cares? We were up 9% as of last month. Now we're down 3. So let's just, we'll keep working at it. You're not always going to have winning weeks, winning months. So we'll just keep working at it. But enough said. Let's get rid of that. Let's duplicate this so that we'll be able to pull up our 15 minutes as well. And let's start taking a look at the markets. Okay, so let's move over to the daily. So we have just been absolutely flying still. Kept expecting pullbacks here on US 30, and we've never gotten them, which honestly to me is shocking. But, anyone who tells you the markets aren't manipulated, just look at what's been happening recently and tell me that it's not manipulated. Okay, so for the US 30, I'm just gonna use the lines that we already have here, just essentially putting them where I think prices could go. I mean, that's all we need right now. Could get rid of those lines, but it doesn't really matter right now. So hourly, been a bit all over the place. Support. Another line of support. Resistance, we're going to have to look on the 5, but I definitely see some here. And then, of course, at the top of the range here, we have some more. Let's go down to 5. That's definitely a level. Some consolidation here, so I'd say we can make this a resistance level as well. So there we have our lines. I mean, so price, if it comes up retest, we could go long. If it comes down retest, we could go short here. Not gonna trade for now, anyways. We're not gonna trade in here. All right, that's all we need there. Let's go over to the DAX. And for this one, let's go fresh. So we're gonna move all of our drawings. And we're going to go. So high and low of days, what I'm going to do first, we're going to do purple. As you see right now, we're currently just got a little bit of a doji that has been created. We're going to see whether that changes during market open, which I'm sure it will, one way or the other. Market's going to have to move one way. And then just where price could go. So above high of Friday would be the first mark. Then we've got this high of in August, which would be our second mark. And then we really don't have that much, right? We have this huge candle here. So I'm just going to look to the left to find something else. This kind of gets all these wicks in here, this wick, top of this wick, open and close of this day. So that's why I'm putting it there. So it seems like a decent spot. And if it goes down, where could we go? Well, we have the low of Friday, which would be our first target. If it goes past that, then we would have the open of Thursday. I close of Thursday. Or we have the or Wednesday, I guess that was. That was the close of Wednesday, and then we have the close of Thursday. So that's all we need. Hourly. So we've got support there. If we go up, then I would say we have some support here. Resistance, like we could say right here, honestly. We'll see what it looks like on the 5. We definitely tried breaking it here, but to me, these are both some interesting areas. And then, of course, finally, if it makes it up here, that's kind of like the top. So let's go look at what we've got on the 5. Yeah, this high, but this is really the level right there. This level, yeah, it's actually pretty good because you've got, it's just not all of this. I would just say we play it here, right? Because then it covers all that. We've got this essentially consolidation zone in here. But we also have this come down and bouncing. Like this could bounce. If this bounced here, I would take this long. Not now because we're too close to the market open, but this is actually a good look. So I'm going to actually put this down here because that seems what be price has respected that. Price has respected this. We could have one here. Maybe we just put a red line just so we keep an eye on it. But I actually like the looks of that a lot. If we reject it, come down, bounce, we could trade there. Yeah, this one, if it was earlier, would be tempt me to get in. But for now, we're just going to leave it the way it is. So we've got about 10 minutes to market open. I've kind of finished my quick analysis for the day. As I've said many times on this live stream, I do not care about essentially looking at the larger time trends because essentially green and yellow candles about 50-50 and the market of course has gone up astronomically over the last 20 years, but there's actually an equal number of green days and red days, meaning the long-term trend doesn't actually matter from a statistical standpoint. We're just caring about short-term trends when we're trading here on the 5, which is why I'm not really paying attention too much to daily. I just use it to draw some zones or my lines, and then we go from there. So all right, DAX on the right, Dow on the left. We're gonna go here, get it on the 15. Right. Thought that looked the same. There we go. All right. So we're all set. So we've got about 9 minutes till market open. So nothing much to do now. You can fast forward if you're watching this back in like recorded. I don't think we've got anyone live right now. We're still working on that. But In the meantime, I'm going to do some work here for the next 10 minutes till market opens, and then we'll watch as market opens and see what price sends us or what price shows us. But right now, yeah, I'll pull up my. I am currently working on getting my license to sell insurance. I clearly don't make enough money trading right now, and also, I guess also big news why I'm not wasn't streaming last week is we had the birth of our baby. So Judah Elliott, 8 pounds 10 ounces, was born, and so we were in the hospital until yesterday. All good, mom's healthy, baby's healthy, so very very exciting. Number 6. So as you can see, I need to, gotta have a way to make money just to support all the kids, right? Okay, so 16 seconds left. We had push up, both of them. Well, Dow pushed up and then come down. DAX bouncing again off support. So let's see what happens now over the next few minutes. All right, so well, big push up. Dow just then flew up, closed high, and now let's see what happens. We've got DAX breaking down. I want to see what that looks like on the 1 minute because that was intriguing. Yeah, US 30 came down, rocketed up, and now it's coming back down for a retest. Problem is, it's market open, so I don't really know if I'd want to get back. I don't know if I'd really want to get in on that, although it's sorely tempting. Like, right, we're retesting this area. We could flip this green, but we've got DAX breaking down. But I'll be interested if we can get DAX to, yeah, let's just see where things close. We're right at the beginning. Let me get my calculator open here. Don't really know where it's going to go yet, but we'll wait and see. So we do have Dow rejecting, but again, only minute 30 into the market open here. So let's wait and see what happens. Yeah, Dow's tempting. DAX is tempting. Like they're both tempting, right? It's a nice look. But yeah, this is why we don't get in, right? Because it was looking pretty good. But the reason I don't get in on market open and I wait for things to slow down is check it out. We saw it coming up. It looked like it was going to turn green, and that's kind of what we would normally buy. But because it's market open, it's going to swing both ways. And so we had that big push up, and now we were just pushing back down again. Again, we're going to watch where we close. Kind of consolidation, right? Like if we look at the one, it's just green, red, green, red. But we do have a bit of a base being built. But we're kind of in the middle over here, right? Like, so are we going to push down here? Are we going to go up to here? Like, I don't know. Are we just going to consolidate in here like we've been doing for the last week? Which is why, honestly, our trading has sucked. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. DAX turning green. Nothing yet, though. I want to see what happens when the next candle. So again, just kind of consolidating right now. Nothing yet. Okay, so next candle is red. DAX kind of trying to push back down. What I'd really like to see is maybe a little bit of a push down here and Dow, and then we start pushing out of here. Like, so if we could come down, retest this green box again, and then start having some momentum moving forward, that's what I would like to see. So I'm looking at both the Dow and DAX, because DAX, honestly, to me is a bit intriguing as well. If we could push up, like up here, I'd be interested in getting in. But right now, just no momentum, like we're just chopping. So again, we just need to wait and see the market actually move. Now, Dow came down again. I would like to see, I'd be tempted to try to get in on this push if we can get it, if we can get this to turn green. But again, right now we're still breaking down. So DAX breaking down still. So what we'd be doing here with DAX is if we can close down here somewhere and then we come up and retest, we could go short on here. Um, just because it's a downward trend, right? Like we went pushed up, but now we've been coming down for a while. So uh, I wouldn't short it yet because we could just pull down and then come back up here, right? Like, but if we close here and then push up and then keep pushing down, yeah, we could be getting in short. There we have Dow turning colors, which is, as I said, which is kind of what I was looking for. I'm waiting for DAX. We might have missed it, so let's just wait a minute. We did have a nice move push up, but let's see what happens with the next candle. Because right now we just don't have much momentum. Still waiting. If I can get a little pullback here on US 30, I'll try to get in. Or if not, as I said, we can try to get in on DAX as well, because now US 30 is starting to move. Let's see where we close though. Yeah, US 30 moving. I'll be interested in making new high. DAX trying to push. Dow coming back down now. So again, like it tried. Did make a new higher high by a pip, but then was that just enough to knock it, just go up and now we're going to push back down? Hard to tell. Again, consolidating. Price action sucks. So just watching about where we're going to close here in the next 20 seconds. I'll be curious if we can close up here. And also, is it going to shoot down test half the candle and then keep pushing up? Or, yeah, see, look, we're pushing down on the close. So right now, just chopping. Still just chopping. So Dow's still pushing up, trying to make a new higher high, but again, like we've seen this happen a lot the last few days. It just tries and then consolidates. Going short on DAX. Like the rejection. Mid-late stop loss is too tight. Stop loss somewhere up right about there. There's a nice break. Let's see if we can get it to keep going though. Otherwise we're gonna break it, gonna bounce up and consolidate. We're trying. We've got Dow moving the opposite direction though. Pretty hectic back and forth, like really just volatile, not much volume, like just bouncing up and down. Like this could just reverse back and just come right up to. I'd like to see if we can push down though, so we're gonna give it an opportunity. But definitely not risking a lot. We're just gonna do 0.5% here. See if we can keep pushing down. We've got Dow moving in the opposite direction. I do like DAX for pushing down though, so let's wait and see. Gonna move this to the 1 just so I know where my stop loss actually is. So yeah, I put my stop loss. Honestly, it's too tight now because it's above there. It's like right here. So let's wait and see if we can push down. Giving it enough room that it can move. Got the Dow rejecting a little bit, but it is trying to push. But DAX is still holding it. Choppy, honestly. But we got another push down. Let's see if we can break this low here and keep pushing. Push down. I'd like to see if we can close down there. Or if we're just going to fire back up. But let's see if we can close low and then keep pushing. I'd love to see us come down to the low of day. Got 1 minute left. Let's see where this candle closes in the next 8 seconds. Like we're trying. Like we're trying. That was equal lows, but we need to go lower. A lot of wicks. Again, not seeing anything to really make me think it's going to come up. Like it keeps trying to come up a little bit and then gets pushed down. So let's keep monitoring it here. Yeah, the market's not moving much. Like if you check our volume out, like our lot size right now is 8.8. That's how low the volatility is right now. Like that's huge. Normally, like normal market conditions, we'd be in here with like a 4 lot, but in order to risk 50, like we've got 8 lot. So I don't really like the way we're moving right now, but we are moving down still. So I don't really want to get out. We've got Dow breaking down as well now. So let's see what happens where we close here. All right, so new 5-minute candle, firing way up. Let's hope we don't get knocked out immediately. I'll give it a little room. just to, let's see, where am I putting this stop loss? Yeah, somewhere up there. Now maybe we should have been waiting for this, and now let's see if it rejects again or if it just goes up, right? So here's the retest. Technically, like I considered that enough of a retest. Maybe it wasn't, but I liked how it looked, and we're out. I don't know why this. Clearly, I was not putting my. I don't know. Anyways, oof. All right. Well, clearly went in the wrong direction there. That was a huge candle. Let's see how much. $53. That's fine. Guess we got helped by the spread for some reason and dropped down, and so we didn't get stopped out at $60. Maybe didn't wait for enough of a retest. That's okay. Like what we're gonna wait now, see if we can get a pullback and get in long. Like that's volume, more volume than that's like volume I'm used to. Like that was almost hit 1R. Maybe should have just moved to one break. There was no point moving to break even there. Price was gonna come up test there anyway. So anyway, let's see what happens now. So now we're just pushing up. Big candle. Once I didn't like price action, but if we'd gone in here, but again, didn't like how that looked, so it's fine. It's fine. Let's just see what happens here. It's a little big candle. Don't feel bad about that trade. We waited for it to break below. Waited for it to break below. Retested up here, came back down, and then we entered. Like, so that's a good trade for me. Like, I'm not too concerned with that. Let's see now here. I'd be willing to go long, honestly. Like short, once it was coming down this far, like it'd come way past too far. Like to me, that's not a retracement. That's like, but now obviously we're going up. So I'll be interested in the next, like, let's see where we close, see if we can get a retest, and then see if we can get in long. Like that would be nice, but we're gonna need a pullback. But honestly, from the looks of it, I don't even know if we're gonna get one. That was a strong candle. Going in long for a quick scalp at the top because when it opens like this, it's very normal for it to just keep pushing. But okay, it's not my style, so let's get out. That's not how I get in. It is uncommon, but that's me just trying to force a trade right now. So let's wait for my rules. Um, but yeah, when you see a candle like this with no wick, it's just going to open up and keep going. But it's not my style. We're not scalping this for like 3 pips. We go for bigger moves. So what we need to do is wait for a pullback. So if we can get a pullback even halfway this, like this red line, half of this green candle, somewhere like right here, then we could try to see about getting in. But right now we do need to see a pullback. Let's not be stupid and have FOMO and just get in because we want to. Like that's not wise. And sorry for snorting in your ear. Dow continuing pushing. That was our big move. Missed out on that one, unfortunately. Could have been in. Maybe would have gone out because there was a lot of consolidation there. But yeah, now really moving. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, this is Jordan. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Bye. All right, bye. Okay, yeah, everything's just flying over. It's disappointing, right? Because we've missed some big moves the last couple weeks, but the market's been fake a lot, like a lot of fake outs like this. We waited, it broke down, it broke down, it broke down, and then just rocketed, right? Like we got faked out, and if we'd been able to pick up on this, but then we don't even get a pullback, so we can't even get in on it, right? So now we've got equal highs up here. Dow equal highs on Dow as well. And it's really getting to the point where it's overbought, so you can't really get in yet. If we see it pull back down to the green, then I'll try to get in. But right now we can't buy where it is. Yeah. I said if we had bought here, like I said, we could have just it's just pushing up, but not really my rules, so We're overbought here, so there's no point in trading there. Man. And yeah, right now we just need to wait for some pullbacks, and right now market's just flying. We'll probably get some, but we're gonna need to be patient. Wow. Yeah, we missed a great one here on the Dow, but I didn't like the consolidation here. Like we just didn't see anything moving, and now maybe we could have, but we didn't even get a retest up here, which is where I had a line. So it just there's nothing we can do. Sit and watch. Sit and watch. Still pushing, but if we can get some pullbacks here, like we're just so overextended now. Like, can we would need to see a pullback. Like we've blown past that at this point. So do we wait for a pullback here? Do we need a pullback down to here? I'd like to see a pullback at least halfway. So we do have price coming down to retest this. Now support was resistance. I'd like to see if we could come down, half, even come down. Like we need to come down a ways. But then you're thinking, is it just rejecting or is it? But to me, it's a higher high. This is so like I think this can continue, especially on the 15-minute. So yeah, honestly, I'm not seeing much right now. Like it's just moving too fast, to get in. And I'm gonna just get in on something. This one I don't regret getting in on all. Like it was looked good, went down quite a ways, like gave it room to come up and retest. I thought my stop was here for. Turns out, well, it doesn't matter where my stop was, so I'm not gonna kill myself too much. Um, but yeah, that was a decent trade because it did look like we were gonna break down. We just had so much breaking down that yeah. Anyways, let's see. Let's see what happens now with this one. I'm curious because that wick honestly doesn't mind me. It doesn't bother me because it's not really related to anything. Like I don't have any levels. So we're pushing down here. But let's see what happens now. I'd still like to see it pull back. Like, I'd like to see something come down here. I'm just not getting it right now. I would say on the down, maybe we are. So we're pushing down on Dow. I'm keeping an eye on it now because this is now level where I might be interested in getting in. DAX is pushing. Dow kind of stagnating here, but I don't mind that because honestly, I like the look of Dow maybe a little bit better. All right, I'm in Dow. We're in long right here. I'm going for high of day. Tried to put my stop at a decent place, so I'm actually, my stop is like here. And yeah, I'm going for a high of day, see if we can get up here. I like how DAX is flying, which we just moved at, missed an absolutely great move on that. And Dow has gone a long ways as well. So hopefully we're not too late to the party, but we did get this pull. We did get the pullback on this support. And so when it turned green, again, maybe we got in a little late, but we got in. So now let's see if we have enough momentum to push up here. And we did give our stop enough room, I believe, to give us room, like if we need to pull back again. But I'm hoping entering with momentum, we can push up, fill this wick, and then keep going. And now, honestly, like I can't handle the stress right now. It's been a bad day trading. Haven't gotten any sleep. Baby's been keeping me awake, so I'm just gonna let this go right now, and we'll see what happens. Right now, I mean, you've got the trade, so we're in the Dow. I do like how it looks, right? So we got it, came up, waited, came down, retested here, and now it's going up. Yeah, we're a long ways above the 9, and we are a little overbought. So, but we've got the DAX flying as well. And we are in a nice area above here. The only reason I didn't get in here yet was this kind of like all this consolidation to the left. So I like how this looks better. Let's see if we can push up. Like, we have made a new higher high now, which is needed. So, yeah, looks good so far. I feel like we might be in a bit of a trending day from the looks of it. Maybe we're not going to consolidate, and if so, we could see this thing trend all more, like, all of London. So if so, right now I'd like to just see it get up here, but we could definitely see it push past that. We're pretty high on the RSI right now, like a 75 or something. So we'll just have to keep an eye on things. May need to come down, cool off a little bit, which is okay. Like, we gave it room to do that. So definitely have room to cool down, come down, and then keep going. So we'd expect it to come down probably half of this candle. So let's see if it comes down. So retest our entry. That's why we're not moving to stop or stop to break even, because we would expect price to test half of the previous candle. So let's see if it comes down. If it doesn't bounce here and keep going up, then we could see a push down to the green. If that doesn't hold it, could come all down all the way to the 9, right? Like the 9 would kind of be our final stop before then our trade is invalidated. So if it comes down here, like, we're out of the trade technically. If we were trading differently, yeah, we could put it down here, because technically it could come all the way down here and then still bounce. That's probably only 50% of this big move, but that's not how I trade. So we're just trying to go for this move right here, and it's a 2 to 1 right there. So we're just aiming for high of day, and honestly, I'd like to see it break it. Let's check. So again, looks good on the 15. So we had this level. It's kind of broken. So I'd like to see. My guess is we see an attempt at a kind of a triple top here. It matches this, because we top, bottom. I'm thinking top here, but it'll depend if we get knocked whether it tries to pull down here first before then going up. So let's wait and see. I want to get on DAX too. I like the look of that, but we've gotten in trouble with that before. So let's just stick to what we know. Consolidating a little bit here, but let's give it a see. Let's see what happens. Just not really moving right now. DAX definitely pushing. As I said, could have gone in that. I liked how it looked. Gone in like right here. But these both could reverse on us as well. I don't think they will. As I said, it looks like we're probably in a trending day. And if so, we're going to see these things just continuing to push. So hopefully just my stop loss is far enough away that we don't get hit. Like, it could pull back. We could see another red candle come down all the way to here or something before we then keep pushing back up. So just want to be cognizant of that fact. If it pulls back all the way here, then you'll see me probably getting in on another lot. So like doubling it essentially. Right here, it doesn't make sense to me. I would need it to pull back to this, see a little momentum up, and then I'd be willing to get in again. Move my stops both a little closer and try to eke some more out of it. I may not get a chance though. We could just get we could just get knocked out here, right? So now their spreads are widening a little bit. A little volatility here. Like to see it come down a little farther. Still respecting the trend line. Like, honestly, this is the trend line. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to short it until it came under this trend line. But as I said, I'm looking for it to reject either the green here or the 9. If we can reject either one of those, then maybe we get in on another lot and see if we can continue to build out of here. But as I said, the only thing is hopefully my stop is long enough, big enough. Like, right, we could see it pull down all the way here and then go back up. So we'll see. It's below the 9, so I like where it is for what we're doing, but we could see a bigger pullback. So just wait and see. So no rejection yet, it's sitting here. We're about to get stopped out. I'll give it a little room to come down. So somewhere right about there. I just want to give the room 9 room to catch it. So we've got about a minute left of this candle. Be interested to see what's this look like on the 15. Yeah, so coming down, maybe testing half of this candle. All right. So let's see where we close here in the next 20 seconds. Close above the 9, or if we're going to close below the 9, just continue to push short. Still long bias, but as I said, my stop might not just have been long enough, big enough, which is why I moved it a little bit. Should I have done that? Probably not. I'm not moving it forever, but giving it a little room here, seeing if we can bounce here.
because we are right next to this trend line as well.
So still pushing down.
I'd expect a green candle somewhere, right?
So there's green. There's our push up. Now let's see if we can keep going. That's going to be the question, though. So pushing down again.
And as I said, I still think we're going to go up, but we may get knocked out right here before it goes up.
And that's going to be horrible.
Now, I'd love to see if we could actually push out of here now. Pushing down again. Let's see where we close here. If we can close above the 9, we may be able to push and keep pushing up. Right now, we're still pushing down. Again, seeing where we're going to close here in the next minute. Are you going to respect this trend line? Close up and close above and keep pushing. Right now, not looking very likely, admittedly. Doji, though, so there's a possibility. 45 seconds left. 25 seconds. It's important where we close here in the next 25 seconds. Can we close green and push up like that? Or are we going to push close red and then push down? So kind of important. We're going to close above the 9 or below the 9. Above the trend line. I mean, if we close below the trend line, we're already out of the trade anyways. So Doji doesn't tell us much. We're essentially consolidating. Now we're consolidating a line where I'd expect it to bounce up, but we could go down as well. So I still want to see this turn green. It's not looking likely, but it could. So I show it off this trend line. We've got this right here. We do need to get it above the 9 though. And right now we're consolidating. Not looking likely. About to, again, been flirting to get about to get stopped out for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7 or 8 minutes. But it's at a point where I could definitely see us bouncing. As I said, I'd be watching this, waiting for momentum up to get in long if I wasn't already in the trade. Which, as I said, is why I won't be surprised if we get knocked out just right here, and then it goes. But that's too far for me. I'm not going to move my stop loss there. So we are trying to push up here. Would love to see where this goes now. Are we going to respect the trend line? Nine is still pushing it down. Let's see if we can break that 9. Okay. But we're getting rejected by the 9, pushing down again. We've only got 2 more minutes left of this, and essentially we'll have 2 dojis. So again, price could go anywhere. Only 8 minutes left on this hourly. Let's look at it on the hour. Big rejecting wick. Could just reject and put go down. So let's see. The short-term trend line, though, is definitely, I mean, it's holding. So the question is, I mean, we're consolidating right now, but it is holding. It's consolidating on the trend line. So if we can bounce off that, I'd love to see if we could close above this right here, above this red candle, close above the 9 anyways. We're in good shape for maybe pushing out of here. But rejecting again, as I said, we're in consolidation. We're in a very tight range right now, consolidating just right here. About to knock us out. Haven't yet, but about to. If you were scalping 1 minute and just scalping this range, you could probably actually do pretty well. But again, that's not how I trade. But my trading style right now has been, I'm going to have to review because it's not been treating me well. $10 left. Still haven't been knocked out, but I have a feeling we will here on this candle. Yeah, right there. Somehow we're not knocked out yet. Is my stop there? Must be. And we're out. So again, down 1.25% for the day, and we are done. It's just been a rough week and a half of trading. So we're gonna call it quits. It was disappointing today, but not much else we can do. We tried it short, went long, and we tried it long, and we just missed the boat. I like that. It looked good. Well, that's it. I'm done for the day. So hopefully you have a good one. Hopefully you've had better luck trading than I have today. And we will catch you next time.